Hello friends, and welcome back to Flavors on My Dastakhan. Today I will be sharing with you another paneer recipe. This is called Paneer Makhani or Paneer Butter Masala. It's very easy to make. It's a very delicious dish. It is super creamy, super rich, and so beautiful, so colorful. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. Let's see how to make this fantastic recipe. Now to make this recipe, I'm taking 400 grams of paneer or cottage cheese. I have a pack of two 200 grams bag, and this is Amul paneer, but you can really take any brand, even you can make it at home. Next, I'm taking 4 medium-sized tomatoes, 1 inch of ginger, and 1 whole garlic. And with that, I'm taking around 6 to 7 green cardamoms. Next, I'm taking 10 to 12 cashew nuts, and with this I'm taking 1 tablespoon of Char Maghaz or melon seeds. Melon seeds and cashew nuts add to the richness of your gravy. It adds so much richness. And I'm taking half an inch of cinnamon in my dry spices, in my whole spices, and half teaspoon of black pepper. Now for my dry spices, I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chilli, and it's not at all spicy, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt or to taste. Keeping that aside, I'm also going to be using dry fenugreek leaves. And there are a couple of more ingredients which I will tell you in the course of my video. I've taken butter, 4 tablespoons of butter, and this is 1 cup of cream. I'm going to be using any cooking cream will do. Now in a pot, I'm adding a little bit of sunflower oil, and I'm going to add my butter in it. I've added oil only to make sure that my butter does not burn, because butter has a tendency to burn and char, so very careful. Now to this, I'm adding my whole dry spices, and with that I'm also going to add my cashew nuts and my melon seeds. Now I'm going to roast this on a very low to medium flame. The reason is that even the butter starts to burn, so you have to be very careful that you don't want the butter to burn, because it starts to burn and start to become ghee, so it leaves out a residue which can turn your gravy black. So be careful with that. And when it is slightly roasted and slightly starts to change color, I have added my tomatoes, and I'm going to let it sweat a bit. I'm going to cover it and for around 2 to 3 minutes and let it sweat. So at this point, you see, and it actually, the reason why you cover and cook is, like I've always said, it helps to cook down faster, and that's the only reason why I do it. Now in the meanwhile, while my tomatoes were cooking, I had very roughly crushed my ginger and garlic, and I have added this here along with my spices. Now I'm going to anyways blend this, so you can be very rough. You can roughly chop any of your ingredients that you're going to put over there, because you're going to blend it. And with adding add a little bit of water as and when required, and make sure that your gravy is cooked thoroughly. It's cooked through. There is nothing, no raw flavors there, because you're going to blend it, and after that you're not really going to cook it more. So do all the cooking here at this point. Make sure that everything is cooked through. It tastes fantastic, and then you're going to blend also. And that's why I need to tell you at this point, that don't add a lot of be very careful with your garam masala, because I personally do not like the strong flavor of cinnamon, because it can really empower. So be very careful when you blend it. It will taste really powerful. So I had just kind of switched off my flame, and I've let my mixture cool down, because I'm going to blend it at this time. And I'm just going to blend it finely. I'm just adding it into my blender. I'm going to add little water, and I'm going to blend it as I will show you this. Now I must tell you, the recipe is available on my website. I will leave the link in my description box, and do check out the written recipe from there. Now I have blended my mixture, and I'm going to pass it through my sieve so that I can get the exact smooth textured. You know, you really, when you blend it, you really do not realize that it can have some residues in it. Now you can see, I don't know if you can see in my camera, I think it did not focus well, but it had a lot of ginger particles, or the cashew nuts or the maghaz, which did not actually break down completely, so that it can get to be a little residue and can come in your mouth perhaps. So you kind of have to sieve it. I had a smaller sieve, but you can use a bigger sieve and sieve through the entire gravy. Now this is my whole gravy which I had sieved. It took me some time to do that. I had to actually go back and sit down at my dining table and do the whole process because my sieve was really small. But you can take a large sieve and do it, but it actually adds to the difference. You know, you really know when you work really hard on a dish, on a recipe, you know, it really turns out well. Perhaps it's because of the hard work that you have taken to do this, and it was fantastic. So really do not skip on the step of sieving this mixture. Now at this point I've added this mixture in my pot, and I've adjusted the gravy, and I've added 2 tablespoons of butter to this. At this point I'm also adding one tablespoon of sugar. So this was one of the ingredients which I did not tell you in the beginning. And another one is color, orange color. Now this is absolutely optional, it's up to you, but I like to give it that kind of color, and I have been very careful at this point to not add a lot of color, because I have adjusted this color later on when I add the cream to this. Now at this point I'm adding 1 cup of cream, which is again really nice. So if you are, I'm sure cream is available to everybody everywhere, but if it is not, you can use full cream milk. You can also just take the cream off top of the milk and add it there. And immediately after adding the cream, I've added my paneer, and finally my paneer is in. And believe me, it was such a delicious dish. I mean, paneer butter masala is a fantastic dish, and no wonder this is so famous. And at this point you see I've again added my color, because the cream had diluted my color, my orange color. So I've added it again a little bit more, and I've also added my sugar there because it was slightly lesser sweet, so I wanted it to be more the perfect consistency. And at this point I'm adding my dried fenugreek leaves. I'm crushing it with my palms to release the flavors, and that's pretty much it, you know. So just mix around and cover it and let it cook for, I've taken around 5 to 6 minutes to cook, and I've given it intervals. Like I've covered the pot and I've let it cook, and then I've opened the pot after 2 to 3 minutes, and this is the first time that I covered it. And after 2 to 3 minutes I've opened the pot, and I'm cooking it in medium flame so that everything is cooked through. And I open and stir it because I just want to make sure that it's not sticking at the bottom of the pan. This is my biggest concern, because really if it sticks at the bottom of the pan, it's really bad. It ruins your dish. So, you know, just keep checking, but in total you have to cover and cook until the oil floats on top of it when you start to see. And it was around 5 to 6 minutes that it did take for me to see that floating. So you can see that my dish is completely ready. It is fantastic, it's super delicious. Cool it down, you know, and serve it. You can eat it with anything, with chapati, naan, paratha, anything. You know, this is what it looked so beautiful. The color was, I added cream on top of it before serving, and wow, it was fantastic. Children love it. It's not spicy, it's mild, and kids love it. I had made a quick peas pulao, and I served it with that, and it was fantastic. I hope you will try this recipe, and you will let me know in the comments section how it turned out for you, if you've tried it. And if there is anything else that you want me to say, want me to make, do let me know. If you comment and like my video, I would know that you're liking my videos and you're enjoying my videos. So continue doing that, and thank you very much for watching. Have a great and fantastic day. Thank you very much. Bye bye. See you.